One ticket to Tokyo, please. One way.
That woman deserves her revenge. And we deserve to die.
No kidding, I heard it was kind of hard.
The new Ghost of Yotei trailer just dropped, and I am super excited to talk about this one. The gameplay looks absolutely phenomenal. But before we get into the breakdown, I just want to make sure that everyone is aware that this is not technically Ghost of Tsushima 2. Jin Sakai is no longer the main character and will not be involved in the story in almost any way outside of maybe a reference here or there. Ghost of Tsushima actually took place during the Kamakura period, which was like 300 years ago, to the Edo period, where the game is actually taking place right now. The main character of this game's name is Atsu, and Atsu in Japanese actually means push, pressure, to overwhelm, to dominate. And if she's anything like Jin was in the last game, this game is going to have us absolutely dominating our opponents. I'm super excited about it. It looks absolutely amazing. Now, the plot of this game is centered around the main character getting revenge on all the people who murdered her family that day. She's actually seen making a hit list. The hit list consists of the snake, the oni, the kitsune, the spider, the dragon, and seems to be the head of them all, Lord Saito. Now, if you're wondering who Lord Saito is, he actually seems to be an original character for the main game. I did do a brief search to see if there were any Lord Saitos that were like around during this time period. The only one I could find was a lord during the Sengoku period, which is like 100 years before the Edo period. There was a Saito during the Edo period, but he was a samurai captain. He wasn't a lord, which is a big difference. So now what interests me most about this game is that unlike Ghost of Tsushima, this seems mainly centered around a plot of revenge. So unlike Ghost of Tsushima, where they were defending their land from foreign invaders, we actually might get a lot more interactions in the world and people walking around, because in Ghost of Tsushima the land was like barren and burned down because of, you know, the Mongol invasion. If this is just an internal conflict that's going on in Japan, we actually might get a lot more going for us in this game. Granted, it's a PS5 game, so I'm expecting, you know, more interaction with civilians and whatnot and things going on. I do expect a lot of enemies to be roaming around, but like I said, it won't be so barren that Ghost of Tsushima was like. That being said, in part of the trailer, you are seen raising an army just like you did in Ghost of Tsushima, so it's more than possible that Lord Saito is some sort of oppressive dictator figure, but we'll have to play more of the game to find that out. Now, interestingly enough, we do see the main character killing an enemy with a spear, and then we see them using Kusarigama. So unlike Ghost of Tsushima, it seems like we're going to get multiple weapon types in this game. But let's be real, we're all gonna only use the katana, right? I also love that rock sliding scene in the trailer. I'm just wondering how we're gonna be traversing the world in this game. Hopefully it's a step up of Ghost of Tsushima, so it's not just like, you know, climbing sections and whatnot, but like, you know, scaling up and down, whipping around like Spider-Man. I love any game that lets me whip around like Spider-Man. Now, interestingly enough, we do see a dog killing animation, but I'm not sure how this is gonna be implemented into the game, because we don't see a dog roaming around with our main character while they're on their horse or while they're walking around. We do see a lot of wolves in the trailer to like indicate, you know, like straying from the pack or being a pack leader or whatever the themes about being a wolf are. But I just don't know how like we're gonna be able to use dogs in fights. Are we gonna be able to call them when we're in a fight? I just don't know. We'll have to see even more trailer feed or more gameplay about this. And of course, we do see Atsu getting the number 2 headband, which obviously means she's gonna challenge Afro Samurai to become the number 1 samurai in all of Japan. But yeah, that's the trailer. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you aren't following me, please follow, please like, please comment. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you guys later. It's the Late Developers. Bye.